Recall we mentioned before that engaged and disruptive behaviors lie on opposite ends of a continuum, and our goal is to offer tools designed to maximize engaged behaviors and minimize disruptive ones for kids that fall in the middle. Remember that behavior is a function of antecedents and consequences. We spoke in the prior segment about several different kinds of antecedent strategies, like posting a community contract and other visual representations of a positive and prosocial culture. Now let's talk about a few clear and simple consequences, bearing in mind that consequences can include both rewards for rule following and punishments for rule breaking. Be aware that sometimes we inadvertently reward kids for a behavior that in fact we're trying to eliminate. Consider, for instance, what happens when a teen gets sent to the office for acting out. If the function of the teen's disruptive behavior was to avoid the class, then he or she was rewarded. Plain and simple, behaviors that we acknowledge with praise or attention are likely to increase. It's always great for kids to hear these kinds of generic praises, or to get high fives, fist bumps, and other kinds of recognition for their rule following, engagement, or effort. But if you want to increase the frequency of a particular behavior, specific labeled praise is likely to be more effective, as these kinds of statements tell kids exactly what you observed and appreciated, and helps them to connect their behaviors to the rules and life skills that you're working on after school. Don't underestimate the value of small certificates or good news notes that are sent home to compliment youth on their effort. These little notes can be very powerful, especially when presented directly to mom or dad or grandma at pickup. They can go far in terms of improving relationships with youth, increasing the frequency of positive, engaged behaviors. And consider that most communications with parents are to let them know when their child's done something wrong. So think about how lovely it may be for a parent or caregiver every once in a while to hear about something their kid's done well. When these little notes make it on the refrigerator every couple of weeks, they become a visual reminder to the youth and their families about their strengths, talents, efforts, and successes. In a similar spirit, we love it when we see a shout-out wall in classrooms or after-school programs. All you need are some Post-it notes and pens for staff and youth to write down something positive they observed another youth do that day. These can be done quietly or aloud. You can choose a new kid each day for shout-outs, or you can create pairs or teams. There really are very few rights and wrongs, and lots of ways to be creative. Just be sure to check periodically that youth are offering compliments. Toodles, not tattles. And pretty soon you'll have a colorful wall that serves as yet another visual reminder of the positive culture embraced by your after-school community. If youth as a group are struggling to remain engaged and follow rules, we recommend the Good Behavior Game, though we never call it that with youth. The Good Behavior Game allows youth to earn simple group rewards over time for rule following. Before a game or activity, start with a bank of 10 points. Each time you observe someone break a rule, alert the group and remove a point. Be firm but calm and avoid long or dramatic explanations. If you're outside, you can put 10 binder clips on a string and wear it as a necklace. Remove one binder clip for each rule break. This way, you and the kids can keep track of points in the bank even outdoors. Kids need to have at least 1 point remaining in the bank at the end of the game in order to win. Their win can be exchanged for something like free time that afternoon or for a token toward a larger prize later, as illustrated by our ice cream party example. Each day the kids win the Good Behavior Game, they earn a scoop on the ice cream board. When all of the ice cream cones are full, celebrate their win with an ice cream party. Kids like to match their poster, game pieces, and rewards to a theme. The game goes best when you're creative and when the kids help to design and plan for their reward, as seen by these youth designs of a pool party and a pizza party. The Good Behavior Game is a nice option if you want to put something in place systematically for your entire after-school community. If instead you have just 1 or 2 kids that are having a tough time, you may instead want to try something more individualized. While some behaviors like whining are ignorable, timeout is a good option for addressing persistent problems or rule breaking. We recommend using a simple yellow card, like in soccer, to offer a warning on the first rule violation, and a red card to issue a timeout or penalty when the student breaks another rule or immediately following any physical aggression. Timeout should last only 3 to 5 minutes, as our goal is to get them back into the activity quickly, with opportunities to praise and shape increasingly appropriate behaviors. Encourage youth to use their penalty time to calm down, relying on strategies we present in the segments on relaxation. And lastly, for youth who seem to have a difficult time with rules and directions most days, we suggest a more formal, specific, and explicit behavior contract, discussed with the youth and their caregiver, and monitored closely with incremental opportunities to earn rewards for adhering to the community rules.